sunsets and skies so blue. Mountains whisper stories of dreams so true. From oceans roaring wild to valleys deep, a heartbeat of a nation that will not sleep. Save South Africa, rise above the storm. Hands together strong, a new world is born. Beauty in our hearts, let it light the way. Evil cannot reign when we seize the day. The people sing louder than shadows can scream. Together we're stronger than the wicked scheme. The soil holds our history, roots run so long. A melody of freedom, we're singing strong. They may curse the land with lies they weave, but we hold the truth in what we believe. Their crowns may crumble, their thrones may fall, for the power is the people's above it all. Save South Africa, rise above the storm. Hands together strong, a new world is born. Beauty in our hearts, let it light the way. Evil cannot reign when we seize the day. People sing louder than shadows can scream. Together we're stronger than the wicked scheme. The people sing louder than shadows can scream. Together we're stronger than the wicked scheme. The people sing louder than shadows can scream. Together we're stronger than the wicked scheme. The soil holds our history, roots run so long. A melody of freedom, we're singing strong. They may curse the land with lies they weave and weave, but we hold the truth in what we believe. Their crowns may crumble, their thrones may fall, for the power is the people's above it all. We know it all.
So now they're crying over toys. Toys made in China. They say tariffs will ruin Christmas. I say good. Maybe it's time your kids learn where things come from. Not everything shows up in a box with a smile. We gave China our factories. They gave us cheap junk. Now we take it back. And if a few kids miss out on plastic garbage this year, blame the deals you voted for. They say, I'm the problem. Really? You want to blame me for everything? Well, I'm not the one sitting on the sidelines complaining about life. You want change? You think the other guy can deliver? Give me a break. I'm the one who got things done. And trust me, you wouldn't want anyone else in charge. Good evening, America. Unless you're watching from California, then maybe not so good. Just kidding. Sort of, it's your favorite president, some say the best ever. And tonight, I've got a few things to say. So grab your popcorn, turn off the fake news, and let's talk about what's really going on. It's going to be good, really good.
Colonel Wyatt hits the screen, got stories bold and keen. Old soldier, sharp and mean, tells truths they've never seen. Rugby lover with a roar, Africa flowing in his core. YouTube rants they can't ignore, his passion makes his heart soar. African skies. In his eyes, hear his voice. No surprise, retired soldier with the fight. In the dark, he brings the light. Angry rants, truths ignite. Join the cause, join the ride. Colonel Wyatt, hear his call, shining light through it all. Trolls may rise, but he'll stand tall. Subscribe now, don't miss the brawl. Enemies knocked on his door, trolls attack, but he's more with each click. Watch him soar on the truth waves. He explodes. Colonel Wyatt, hear his call, shining light through it all. Trolls may rise, but he'll stand tall. Subscribe now, don't miss the brawl. Right now, don't miss the brawl.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down.
Alright, here we are, folks.
Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna let it out. Tonight, we gonna let it out. Tonight, we gonna let it out. Just like the sun.
I'm saying bye to all the lies and all the times you cried, saying that I wasn't right, yet I was right by your side. You manipulator, playing games, your friends commentators, and I don't know what you say about our private conversations, but it's got them hating. Thanks to all the rumors you be claiming. It's cool, I'm done with you, so they can throw you a celebration. You gon' hate it when you see me with somebody living better. I'm trying to tell you that me just doing me gon' have you jealous.
That was random. Good evening to the Neanderthals. Now, can you guys hear me now? Can you hear me now? Let's see. Should be able to hear me now. Is the microphone working? Can you hear me now? Okay, let's see. Somebody say something. Anybody? There we go. Yell Tapper. Thank you. Yeah, that was kind of random, folks. The wrong video came up there. There was no intervention by cyber criminals. That was just a mistake on this end. Thank you very much. Welcome to all 617 people currently here. I'm sure amongst you there are some Neanderthals, some canines, and even perhaps a right-wing podcaster. Oh, shame on you. It's evil. Don't be a right-wing podcaster. Sounds like a white supremacist. Oh, stop it, stop it, stop it. Good evening, folks. Welcome back. You know, I haven't even touched the caffeine yet. Here's the cappuccino, and I haven't got started on it yet, so you can't blame that for my enthusiasm. Ladies and gentlemen, we had 65 people show up at our meet and greet tonight at Eimer. So thank you so much. You guys like the baby Trump there? Wasn't that pretty cool? They say I'm the problem. Yeah, that was pretty funny, folks. Excellent stuff. Yes, good evening, all the cowards out there. Nice to see you there. The Coward of the County. Wasn't that a song by, what's his name there? Kenny Rogers. Coward of the County. Yep. Yeah, anyway, and some people are concerned whether the bugger off bunny will be making an appearance. Well, guess what? Here he is. Hello, my friends. Say hello to my little friend, the bugger off bunny. Oh, my goodness. Anyway, excuse me. Oh. Anyway, folks, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. We picked up some steam the past couple days. We were kind of tapering off there in South Africa, despite my best efforts. By the way, I have done at least 55 prepared videos since I've been here in a month. And that's with me traveling around, editing, doing videos, which is not easy to do outside your studio. And then also we've done gosh knows how many live streams. It's crazy. Thank you all for tuning in tonight, 649 of you. I really appreciate it. So just an announcement. I haven't had a chance to post the banner yet. By the way, yes, this is the Bride Club in case you want to join it. It's only 1 billion rand. We take donations through Zapper. No, wait, that's Roman Kabanak. We don't do Zapper. Sorry about that. Fake news. We don't do Zapper. Anyway, but folks, remember that when Roman used to have Zapper, he was put on a screen, it was like a quarter of the screen. I was like, dude, we get the hint. We get the hint. Anyway, but welcome back to the program this evening. On Sunday at 8 p.m. South Africa time, that'll be 2 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States, I will be having an interview with Thea van Staten, the first refugee to arrive in America and first appear on the screen on that end. Thea will be talking about her experience thus far. Thank you, Courtney McBride, for the $2. No, I have not gotten to Orania, but apparently there's a lot of people in the chat tonight from Orania, and I say welcome. Welcome to all the people from Orania tonight. I'm glad that you're here. Is it Chris Ayler's birthday? I missed that. Somebody repeat that. Crocotopia is back. Good to see that. Wow, 10 pounds, man. That bunny looks too tough for a bunny pie. No, this is not going to be in bunny chow, man. This is the Bugger Off Bunny. This was a gift from Thea. When I did the interview, she gave me this and a couple little My Little Pony stuffed animals, which I haven't showed on air. I think maybe I showed them first time. Anyway, excuse me. The mods don't control the slow mode, Charmaine. I do that. You can switch to top chat rather than live chat. Yep, so you can do that. But let me make sure I didn't miss the... what's this? Henrietta Drennan, welcome. Thank you for that. Combrick, Jacques, Alan Kotze. I'm not going to be able to get to everybody tonight. There's so many people in the chat, but I am going to get to the super chats. Thank you, Courtney, for the $2. Crocotopia says, thank you. Oh, thank you for the 10 pounds there. That's like real money, man. That's even more valuable than the dollar. I'll take those all day. Madeline Kemp. I mean, like 10 pounds, that's like what, 30,000 Rand, I think, or something like that, the current exchange rate. Just kidding. Just kidding. Jan Fionen. Yeah, that's Sean Folshank says, yeah. And by the way, for you Afrikaners, it's not Folskank, man. It's Folshank. Let me teach you German, okay? Vollschenk. And you can't argue with me. It's a German name. Anyway, so you can argue with me, but anyway, what the heck? So who else we got here? Courtney gave another $5, not to be a braggart, but the Utah Warriors can pull any South African. That's a pretty brave statement there, my friend. Mohammed Musa Ali, Orania's new country. No, it's not a new country. Birthday's on Sunday. Okay, cool. Excuse me. Gosh bless it. I'm verklempt. Verklempt. It's like coffee talk there on Saturday Night Live. So John gave $10 to John Birch Society. Has been exposing the communist takeover of South Africa since the Love Fest host. Okay. Welcome them to Utah if so inclined. Yeah, I know the John Birch Society. I've attended some of their meetings. Miss Pumba, hello to you. Daniel Rautenbach. Oh, Eiserfontein. That's not my birthday, Daniel. No. It's not, you mean Chris? You're saying for Chris Ayler's. Gotcha. Sorry. Happy birthday. Is it really Chris Ayler's birthday? Well, then we have to fix this very quickly here. Okay, give me a second here. We'll find the birthday cake. There it is. Oh, Chris Ayler's. That'll cover up the non-functional clock that somebody's going to moan about in about 30 seconds. You know somebody's going to complain about that. Adele says, boy, you all guys got birthdays coming up here. You still don't know jack about Afrikaners. We can argue with you even when we don't have the facts in their favor. You can argue, Arctic, but you're not going to win. That's the point. You can argue all day. It's like you can complain, but if nobody's listening, what does it matter? Okay? So, what do you mean I don't know jack about Afrikaners? Just be quiet and drink your scotch while you fly that plane. Those rich people, they need a drunken pilot to get them where they're going. Trust me. Okay, Johan Petersay's birthday today. Wow. Yeah, Ernst Strotz's video is turning up the heat. Well, so was mine, but mine's not, produced by awesome Afriforum studio. But his video was very good, by the way. A personal question, if one was to extend... Well, hang on a second. Come back here. Refugee status and was able to, life citizenship be granted privileges. Join what mill? Military? You don't have to be a citizen to be in the U.S. military. You don't have to be a refugee to be in the U.S. military. You don't have to be in America to be in the U.S. military. But a refugee can. You don't have to be a citizen. We have thousands of enlisted members who are foreign nationals. Renette Barnardo, welcome to you. Michael Storm. Okay, hello from Worcester. Oh, man, I was supposed to get to Worcester this trip, and it did not happen. I'm so sorry about that. Excuse me. God bless it. Suddenly my nose is running here. I'm not even crying. What's going on here, man? Is there a cat in the house? I got a cat in here somewhere, man. Anyway, I already saw the same clock as the first night. Yeah, Francois, I knew you were going to say something about it. Hello from Franschhoek. Oh, wow, cool. I did not get the Franschhoek this time. I always go to Franschhoek, and I missed it this time. It's an SCOM clock. It only works 6 hours a day. That's good. That's good. Yanni Thron. By the way, good evening to all the ANC caters who are watching the program. Also to the EFF members. I'd like to thank Newsroom Africa, IOL, Cutprot24, and all the South African media who are currently watching this stream. So my favorite color is purple. My favorite number is 5. I'm devastatingly handsome. Make sure you put that in your article, okay? When you report on me. You know they're watching. You know they're watching. And that's okay. We appreciate the views. Thank you all so much for joining us here on the program. I can speak English tail very deliciously. Mine's Saturday. Who put that birthday cake there? I put that birthday cake there, Matthew, and now it's gone. All right. Happy birthday to everyone who has a birthday today, including Chris Ayler's. Time is a relative concept. Well, it is. Indeed it is. Jan van Driel, good evening to you. So tired tonight. My son had another meltdown. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Jacqueline. I'm guessing he's small and young. Norma Kutsia, 700 Rand super chat. Why? Thank you. Bye, Duncan. It's very kind of you. Bart Byers, I don't recall seeing you. Welcome. A lot of new folks in here tonight. Wow, Norma Kutsia, 700 Rand super chat. Lindy, did you watch State Department briefing? They ask and answer questions. No, I did not. Look, Lindy, guys, I appreciate you asking the questions, but you all know that when am I supposed to watch these things? I'm running around doing things all day long. Stumbled upon a very old but interesting video. Chris Wyatt, where can I send it for your internet? Is there an email? There is an email address on the channel. If you look under the About tab, it'll be at the top there. It's allaboutafrica2021 at gmail.com. Allaboutafrica2021 at gmail.com. I believe that's correct. If not, one of the mods can put it in there. Buttery gold. That sounds like popcorn. All right. Thank you, Norma Kutsia, for the 700 Rand. Wow. You like the intro? That's cool. Thank you. Popping in a quick say hi. I'm in Nice now on a golf tour. Wow. Must be nice there. You with the Rob Hersoff crew there? You got the big money bucks there? I am a YouTubian. Where's your 700,000 Rand super chat? Yeah, man, on a golf course. Somebody's in a golf holiday. No. We poor, white trash can't afford those things. Hi from Shrewsbury. Well, hello to you, Roy. And I saw that Garrett Gillage was here. I don't know if he popped up. Courtney McBride, hello to you. Ronell, there it is. Thank you so much, Ronell, a moderator and a planner extraordinaire. Ronell, so good to see you there. Salute to Ronell. Always good to see her. Elmarie Swartz from Pretoria, Commeldrift East. There's a Commeldrift East. I was in Commeldrift West, where Philadelphia Arc is at. Adil Visser, welcome to you. Too cuddly. I expect the refugee program to be paused after Wednesday. Why? What do I think? I think that's nonsense. You think that Cyril Ramaphosa is actually going to change? What? Excuse me, folks. Figured I'd do that rather than keep sniffling here. And 70 viewers disappeared. 913 people. All right, folks. We're going to talk a little bit about the refugee stuff tonight because obviously a lot of people are here for that. Yes, you need to fix your vocabulary. It's a traffic light, not a robot. Yeah, I like that big super chat sound too. Today we had a bus broken down in town. The passengers and the shop Zimbabweans on their way back complaining about prices, saying South was not a good place. Somehow people think that Trump wouldn't know the internal movement in South Africa to know Cyril. Well, yeah, Cyril's not going to change anything. No, it's the kitty behind you. Oh, is there a kitty behind me? Okay, that's making me sneeze. All right. So President Trump announced that no U.S. government agency may be preparing for the G20 summit working with South Africa because of these actions. He's also called what's happening in South Africa genocide. Those are his words, not my words. He's being rubbish for that. Whatever. People are going to do that. Live out on a farm without cell signal. I have filled out the form. Okay. Filled out the form and it just disappeared. Where the heck's it at? I don't see it. There it is. Filled out the form, but I'm scared they call and I can't answer with the email as well. I don't know the answer to that, Milk and Honey. Don't know the answer to that. No one knows the answer to that because no one's been contacted yet. But you give them multiple means of communication, obviously they're going to try to communicate with you multiple means. They don't hear from you. I mean, what do you think this is? You think it's like a radio station? Oh, it's East Coast Radio, live from Durban. We're going to take the 10th caller in the next 5 minutes. All right, here you go. Call in. +27 72 677 597. Call in right now, and the 10th caller will win the super prize of 1 billion rand. Okay. Sorry, no answer. No award today. No, it's not how it works, folks. It's not how it works. I mean, it's not like you're booking an appointment at the embassy for a visa to go on a holiday. Your life is in peril. You are in jeopardy. That's why we're offering refugee status to people to come to America. Do you honestly think the U.S. government's going to go, well, fuck it. They weren't there. Screw them. I'll tell you what. We tried to help these Afrikaners, man, but they never answered the damn phone. What the hell? All right, call the next one. Hello, Johan. Would you like to come to America? We got a spot for you. We'll make you squeal like a pig, boy. Yeah. Oh, damn it, he didn't answer either. All right, let's try it. Ilza. Hello, Ilza. Welcome. Oh, you want to come to America? We got one question for you, sweetheart. Are you a Boer-Meisje? They've been telling us about these Boer-Meisjes over here. They got nice. Oh, you thought I was going to say something nasty, didn't you? No, they got nice cook sisters. That's what they make them. Them Boer-Meisjes be making them cook sisters. And we're curious about them cook sisters over here in Alabama. Come on, guys. Seriously. Do you really think they're going to go, okay, hello, okay, sorry. Too bad. You missed the message. Your fault. No, come on, guys. They're not going to do that. I mean, they're trying to get people out of here, okay? Seriously. I'm not trying to make fun of your question, Milk and Honey. Just trying to make a point and make a lighthearted point. I don't know the answer to the question. Nobody's answered the question, but seriously, I seriously doubt that my government is going to take your information, call you, and you don't answer, and that's the end of it. They're going to make multiple efforts to contact you, would be my expectation. And I'm not sure how they do it. For the previous group who went through the pilot program, they got emails and then they got phone calls, okay? So that's all we know. No one knows anything beyond that. Liz says, thank you for all you do. You're very welcome, Liz. It's my pleasure. It's exhausting, but it's my pleasure. Right, a bunch of super chats got to catch up here very quickly now. People think somehow, okay, I already got, that was already there. I must have been right on the cusp of these super chats. Okay, why is my alert box not on? Probably because somebody gave out 50 memberships and it's annoying. It is on. Okay. All right, Peter Luba says, happy birthday. No, it's not my birthday, man. My birthday's Christmas Day. Come on, guys. You guys should know better than that. Good evening, Priest Day. Me and my younger brother have decided we're going to join the U.S. military. Okay, so Clinton Keene, I'm going to help you out. Okay, Americans get it wrong too because the rubbish in high school didn't pay attention. It's not me and my brother; it's my brother and I. Yes, okay, thank you. Just trying to help you out there. Loretta, super chat, another 140 rand. Wow, okay. Beverly Brookman, 35 rand. I'm also considering joining the U.S. Army when I get there. Already doing your ASVAB prep. Well, now that's somebody who's serious about it, Bradley. Bradley's serious because he's taking the ASVAB prep test. That's the Armed Services Vocational Aptitude Battery. It's a test you must take to enter the U.S. military. They say it's gender biased. I think that's BS, but it's that's because they assume that women only do certain things. But the test is designed for vocational skills, not for artistic skills or now this is stereotypical home economic skills. Now that's not what the test is designed for. And lots of young girls have vocational skills, but the test was designed decades ago. It gets modified and updated, but I took it and did very well. So well that they kept trying to hunt me down and get me to join the Navy. So the Navy came to me in 1981 when I was a junior high school and said, hey, you got really good ASVAB scores. I said, well, thank you very much. How can I help you? Well, we'd like to sign you up for the submarine corps. Really? How's that work? Well, we sent Anonymous just signed up for a subscription. Thank you. We train you in the submarine corps. We give you $20,000 enlistment bonus. This is 1981. It's a lot of quan, man. And I said, so how does that work? Well, you go to sea frequently. I said, how's that work? Well, you go under the water. I'm like, okay, this is getting a little less desirable. And how long am I gone for? Well, 6 months at a time. Sleeping in a tin can under the water. Yeah, you know what? I like my life, and I don't want to swap bunks with someone, and they were on shift. I'm off. They're on shift. No. I think that I'll just pass on that one. So I didn't join the Navy. Besides, come on, guys, the Navy. Join the real service, the Army, the original, the OGs. But strange enough, in our U.S. Constitution, the only military service that's constitutionally mandated is the Navy. That's right. The Navy is constitutionally mandated. We must have a Navy. See our schedule for anal probe. Grace gave R$6.99. Thank you. And Flourishing Blanket gave 199 Rand. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate that. Okay. Trump should ask Sarah what they're looking at for law. Oh, I do have some news tonight about this. Tabitha Bronkhorst. Trump will why would he close it? Guys, okay. All right, look, if Trump closes it, I'll eat crow. I'm happy to eat crow on this one. I'll be tragically sad. But, I mean, think about this. Donald Trump has made a big deal and fanfare about, now he's even called it a genocide. And do you think that Cyril Ramaphosa going to the United States saying, listen, Don, we'd like to give you access to the fracking for natural gas in the Karoo and off the coast, where Shell was doing seismic testing. We'll also give you access to the strategic minerals, the rare earth elements. And the Don goes, all right, that's good, man. That's fantastic. Okay, I'll drop all the nonsense about the genocide. Fuck the refugees. They can't come over. I want the rare earth. Come on, guys. Seriously? The underlying reasons for this 140 plus racist laws, the racist rhetoric spewed by politicians and threats. Did you see Trump's social media? Let me find that. That's what I meant to set up too, but I didn't get it set up. Let me make sure I've got it here. Here it is. Yeah, okay, got it. So I'm going to have to bring that in. So this is what Trump, let me turn my camera off. Don't anybody freak out, 1026 of you. Hang around, hang tight. I'm going to be off camera. You thought I was discombobulated the other night in the dark. Now you can't see me at all. This is what Donald Trump put on to his Truth social account. He took a video from TikTok and he puts the following text. So, Truth social post. Okay, so get ready for this. Okay, I have to adjust it once it comes up because it launches instantaneously. There we go. Okay, I'm going to start it again and I'm going to play it. Now, they play the video of Juju singing Kill the Boer, but watch what Trump says. Read that. How can we be expected to go to South Africa for a very important G20 meeting when land confiscation and genocide are the primary topic of conversation? They are taking the land of white farmers, then killing them and their families. The media refuses to report this. The United States has held back all contributions to South Africa. Is this where we want to be for the G20? I don't think so.
The mayor of DA in PE is a white man. So these people, when you want to hit them hard, go after a white man. They feel a terrible pain because you have touched a white man. Not because Mashaba and Soli will not be touched. They will be touched, don't worry. But we are starting with this whiteness. We are cutting the throat of whiteness.
Shoot to kill. Yamaza. Kill the Boer, the farmer. Kill the Boer, the farmer. Brr, pa. Pa. Brr, pa. Shoot to kill. Yamaza. Kill the Boer.
All right, that's enough of that. We all know that.
Kill the Boer, the farmer.
It just gets nauseating at some point. We all know that. So that's what Donald Trump posted in the past 16 hours or 24 hours. He's posted that today. So do you really think he's going to be influenced by what Cyril Ramaphosa has to offer? I don't believe so. And I'll make a video on this if I have time in the morning or maybe tonight before I hit the rack. But I mean, the bottom line, folks, is some things are just unbelievable. I mean, look what this kid had to say about what's going on. I mean, honestly, watch this.
A fucking goat outside.
It's just a goat.
No. It's a fucking goat.
Fucking goat, man. Poor little kid. People used to say that food is expensive there. Well, our prices are not exactly the definition. Yeah, they are expensive, Val, but people make a hell of a lot more money in the U.S. than people do here. It's all relative. Okay, what else we got here? I'm falling behind here. I hope Cyril makes promises. Yeah, I don't think he's going to make any promises work. The West is just a few decades behind where South Africa is now, but it's incrementally heading there. Damn, Marie, man, it may be, but not America, buddy. You're not keeping up with current events. November 5th, 2024, we saved America and maybe just the world. No, The U.S. was headed down the crapper just like South Africa, but we stopped the advance of DEI, racist exclusion, inequality, and a lack of diversity. We stopped the leftist march on the world. The United States was the last remaining free nation in the world, subjugated under the Biden regime and fascist leftists in the bureaucracy and in the Congress. And we turned the tide. We took back our country. And we shall overcome and triumph. We saved America and maybe the world. The last outpost of freedom. Well, short of Hungary under Viktor Orban. Anyway, so nice now, okay? What about nice now, okay? A burger bunny running over the screen. That'd be funny. What about people do about high emotions and the waiting? Super stressful. Feels like weird to plan around everything. Well, I would not worry about things, but that's easy for me to say, Johan van der Koif. I'm leaving on a jet plane, and I'm not coming back again. No, I'm just kidding about that last part, hopefully. No, it's easy for me to say, hard for you to do. I would, the only thing I can caution is that nothing is solid until you have a plane ticket and a reservation. And short of that, you have to live your life, and you can't live it, in expectation. Go about your business and sort things out. Adele Visser, yes, Cornell Hendricks died at the age of 37. I understand it was a heart ailment. Heartbreaking. Cornell, really decent guy. I got that news this morning. I immediately wrote to the Bulls media office and asked them, is this true? And they sent me the press release they were putting out. It's really tragic. 37. It makes you appreciate every single day, folks. If you don't, you're a sucker. Appreciate every moment. Colin Serfontaine Brickmerk mentioned me. Okay, what did he say, Skulk? What did he say? He asked to talk to me earlier, but he never got back with me. So, official numbers and how many have filled out? No, Milk and Honey. How would anybody possibly know that except someone violating the law and breaking confidentiality? We don't know that. We don't know. This isn't like when nobody knew who to talk to and they sent emails to South African Chamber of Commerce and to the Amerikaners. This isn't like that. There's one place to go. U.S. Embassy website, fill out a statement of interest, and we will get data as soon as we can. I don't have any links to the U.S. State Department that would fill me in on that. Melanie van Heerden, Thomas Lombard. Okay, to all those people in USA Against Refugees, no, they're in. Relax. There's nobody in the USA Against Refugees. That's bullshit. The guy tonight who joined us, who lives in Florida, South Africa, he said, people are so envious and they hate foreigners. I mean, dude, I don't know what neighborhood you live in, but I've never seen that before in my life, anywhere in America. I've lived in inner cities. I've lived in rural areas. I've lived in peri-urban areas. I currently live in a peri-urban area, and nobody has anything against immigrants. We have Muslims, Arab Muslims down the street, Asians with some bizarre, to me, strange cultural faith, religion, practicing odd things, cooking stinky ass food. Thankfully, it wafts down the street against the neighbors. Doesn't come to my side of the street. Nobody has any issues with that. I have no problem with that. Nope. We do have a problem with criminal alien invaders. People come in our country and violate our sovereignty. That's it. So maybe some people are conflating that. But I mean, honestly, a white South African, a colored South African, you look like us, you sound like us. Well, until you start talking, then you don't sound like us. But so I guess you don't sound like us after all. Well, okay, strike that. You're out. You're out of here. No, I didn't get that comment from that gentleman tonight. That was a bit puzzling. Now tell me, NSA Colonel isn't taking some NSA super drugs that make you sleep once a week. Great Southern accent. Thank you, Jody DeBrun. Where is Erica? That's a good question. Rudy Lowe, Nisha, hello to you. If it's a Polisi coffee. Nope, it's not. There's no rum in there. Antoinette says folk. Yeah, you're all folk, man. All right, Colonel's on a roll tonight. Love it. Cool. Okay. Oops, it jumped ahead. What are all these are subscribers? We got a bunch of people subscribing tonight. Jan Fundrup, maybe you can go live with the Colonel now. I can't do live from here, guys. It doesn't work. I haven't got it set up for that. What's Professor G got to say? Is he here? I didn't see him. Arnold Brunt, any advice on what to do with the firearms if one is allowed to enter the U.S. as a refugee? Yeah, I don't know. Oh, you mean what to do with them, Arnold? Well, I suspect there's a lot of people who stay behind would love to have your firearms because of the Armageddon that they fear is coming. I don't really have an answer for you on that one. I'm not an expert at importation of firearms or what you do leave them behind. But you don't need to worry about getting firearms in America. We're well armed, over 450 million firearms legally in the possession of Americans, so they can come and try to get our firearms, but good luck with that. Yeah, but I get what you're saying. What do you do with them? You don't want them in the hands of criminals. Well, you can gift them to people, I imagine, if you want. And you can check into importing them, but that's the alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. You got to go to the website. There's forms. It's expensive. It's problematic. So my friend shipped his hunting rifle from the States to Botswana, only to find out that he was told the wrong thing. You can't bring it to Botswana as a diplomat. He was told he could, and he got in a lot of trouble, and it cost him like $2,700 to put it on a flight to send it back. Ouch. Ouch. He had to, because it would destroy it. He had to send it back. Cost him a fortune. Lady Pick and Pay in Shrewsbury got mugged and attacked brutally. She's recovering in hospital. Good God. What will happen if someone is one of government pension, is a retired educator? Coco, I mean, you're just asking the impossible answer. How can I possibly answer that? I mean, I don't work in the South African government. I'm not a vindictive piece of crap that's going to take your pension, deny it to you, or not put it in your bank account because you left. But there might be one of them out there. So I'm not sure what you want from me. What is your question? I mean, I honestly, I'm not trying to be a smart ass, but what are you saying? So you got a pension. What about it? You keeping yourself that bank account? You're a refugee. You're not immigrating. You're a refugee. Now, you can immigrate later on and apply for citizenship after 5 years of obeying our laws and living in our country as a guest. But I don't understand. What about your pension? And what about anybody's pension? Honestly, that's why expropriation without compensation was passed, so they can steal your pensions. Yep. Will South Africans be helping USA to find their feet when they get there? Oh, dear God. Seriously? My goodness, folks. I appreciate the large audience of 1,000 people tonight, but I would really appreciate people taking the time to actually watch my content. How many videos have I done in this, folks? There's at least 45 videos posted listing all the answers to these questions, who's eligible, and I don't have to change anything except perhaps, well, I explained the priorities. That doesn't even change. I don't change anything. The videos are all correct. They were all correct when I made the videos over the past 2 months. And the 14 questions, most frequently asked questions, they're pretty much all pretty spot on the money too. Did that just 3 days afterwards at the advice of Arctic. And so please go watch the videos. Of course you're going to need help. What do you think this is? Honestly, come on. Honestly. I mean, we spend $2.7, $2.9 billion a year through non-governmental agencies, organizations to help refugee resettlement. Why does anybody think Americans are going to let people come to America and fail? We've invited you. We're hosting you. It's in our interest that you succeed. And the average, once you arrive there, then you'll be considered an immigrant, but you're under refugee status to get there. The average immigrant to America outperforms indigenous Americans. Yes, and I'm indigenous. I don't care if that hurts your feelings, but I'm indigenous. It outperforms indigenous Americans within 5 years in higher per capita income. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. Relax. I don't understand why people can't go watch the videos. Can one of my mods put up the indabaafrica.substack.com link in there, please? indabaafrica.substack.com. Please, so that people can go subscribe to my Substack and watch the videos. Bronkhorstbrot. Well, I just drove right by that the other day. How many refugees will USA take? Is there a cutoff? Well, nobody knows that right now, Kurtza. How could anybody possibly know that unless they're Donald Trump? How many can we take? All of you. All of you. 2.8 million Afrikaners, 2 million whites, 6 to 8 million coloreds, 1.3 million Indians, and about 900,000, Afrikaans-speaking black South Africans. We can take you all. We're kicking out 30 million criminals. We got room. Just don't sweat it. 4% unemployment, guys. Relax. Is Keith Anderson or Keith Alderson here? How does the current South African refugees behave? That has nothing to do with whether you come over or not. Oh, he's busy enough with the broadcast when I got back to him. Okay, but I didn't see any message back from him since then. Okay, what else we got here? We're looking for 501c dispense. I'm waiting for Chris Wyatt to get back to me. Yeah, Alta, you're asking about a non-profit organization, you want a not-for-profit to raise money for people. I presume, to ship pets over or to help people get passports. Yeah, that's a very dicey thing to get into. You're asking me to make a decision on something when I'm in the middle of trying to pack and get out of here. That's impossible and unfair for me to make such a response. I would have to consider that when I return to the States about how that would be done. I'm not an expert on 501cs, but I do know people. Are you asking me to set it up or to be involved? That's the question I have for you. Yes, Samantha Shaw Woods, I think he does have penis envy. Okay. What is that? Is your lawn nice and green and plush? I have no idea. No idea, Kurtz. I haven't been there in a while. I'd have to ask the folks working on it. Yeah, someone said something I didn't see this. Apparently, Benjamin asked something about spamming. Relax. The U.S. government spent 90 days building this program to prepare for just such a contingency. They also took additional security measures, which I will not discuss on air, to protect the identity of those who were leaving. Now, somebody committed a federal offense and violated the Espionage Act by disclosing classified information, and I hope that they are hunted down, hounded, and prosecuted to the full extent of the law, endangering the safety of people because there's some little fucktwit leftist retard in the bureaucracy in the State Department compromising the safety and security of these refugees. And I hope that you are found and you are prosecuted. Leavenworth is lovely in the summertime because that's where you're headed. Anyway, yeah. Hey, Justin, what's going on, man? Justin Unwin, what's the word, man? How you doing there? Justin, I'll be by tomorrow, probably maybe early afternoon or late morning, probably early afternoon. Getting fired up to come, says Milk and Honey. Okay, it's been very heartwarming to read so many positive, welcoming comments. Yes, Americans, especially on my videos, have been very heartwarming and welcoming. Candida Oberholzer. Entire world could just fit into Texas alone with 1 square mile, exactly. All right, my cousin's forming a Chevron factory. Okay. Anthony, I have 2 family members in the USA. If I get asylum, will they send me? Well, first off, Anthony, I hate to burst your bubble. You're not getting asylum. Stop using leftist garbage. There's no asylum. If you want asylum, then you must be legally in the United States and file for it. And I will tell you that you'll be denied asylum. South Africans don't get asylum, although maybe that might change for some Africans right now. You're not getting asylum. Why would you want asylum? You're barred from working in America. You want to starve and live off of welfare for years on end while your court case gets before the courts? No. You talk about refugee status? That's what's in discussion here. 2 family members in the USA. Will they send me to them or to their... Oh, Anthony, you can ask, but they're going to put you where they have absorptive capacity, and hopefully that's where your relatives are. You can indicate your desire, but that doesn't mean you're going to go there. That's the best you can do. But that's a pretty good deal. Julie says something like that. Did you have a coffee or a Red Bull mix? Nope, real Wesley Smith. I'm now having the coffee, and I've calmed down considerably since I started drinking the coffee. The caffeine brought me down from my high. My high was the energy I drew like a leech sucking it out of the people who attended my meet and greet. They got me stoked, chuffed, as you like to say in South Africa. Okay. All right. All good. Got money. Just need a place to channel it through. Well, also, I'm taking super chats if you're giving money away. I'm swearing on live TV now. Well, it's hardly the first time, Earl Abraham Cook. As I told my guest tonight, the F word has very little currency anymore. It's been so overused, it's not really even a shocking, profaning word anymore. Are you familiar with all the websites being used to send? There are no websites being used to send someone to South Africa. Mark, that's fake news. What websites? There's only one place to go. ZA.USembassy.gov. There are no websites to send Americans to South Africa. If they are, they're fraudulent. Or are you talking about websites established to help South Africans understand what's going on, like the Americana site? That's different. There are no websites to send South Africans. If you're going to a website to be sent from South African America, you're being defrauded. Stop it. What's in the coffee cup? Irish whiskey. Silly question. Gideon Russo, thank you for your membership. Yes, Alan feels like I arrived yesterday, but I'm knackered. I've been busting my tail. By the way, tonight we set the personal record for me in meet and greets on trips. I've had 17 on my first trip. Tonight we had our 18th meet and greet. Let me run through all the meet and greets here, folks, very quickly for you. Strunt, 150 people. Hermanus, 25. Woodbridge Island, 50. Longabon, 45. Feldrift, 25 for Coffee with the Colonel. Blauberg, 60. Howick, 25. Bolito, 30. Durban, 35. Port Elizabeth, 90. Vanderbilt Park, 110. Northcliffe, 125. Four Ways, 35. Pretoria, 300. Centurion, 225. Boat Revere, 12. Stamford 14, and Somerset West tonight 65. That is the tally for those who attended all of my meet and greets, and that adds up to 757 million South Africans who came to my meet and greets. Oh, did I miscount? Sorry, I'm not too good with math. It was a lot. Anyway, okay. All right, what else? Bruce Eckstein, what's in the coffee? I already answered that question. Tracy Skuman, really afraid if you see what's going on. Yeah, I understand your concern. Okay. WhatsApp groups, could the moderators perhaps list the states accepting refugees? Okay, Graham, Inder, no one's going to list the states refugees. You want to find that out? Watch my videos or do a Google search for the President's Report, annual report on refugee program. Every state in the union takes refugees except Hawaii. It's too expensive. We don't send people there. The states don't accept refugees. The federal government sends them there. There's no accepting of refugees. Great interviewing illegal in the UK. He says that the only words they can learn is assimilate is gimme house, gimme money. Yeah. Ronald says it's very difficult, very expensive, not worth it. What's that? We found your YouTube too late. We would have loved to meet you. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Elizabeth Duplessis. I only did 18 meet and greets in 6 provinces. And if I throw in the event in Uppington with the Sightlander Civil Defense Group, that's another 60 people there. And 19 events. And if I throw in the Rondebosch lecture that I gave, that's another 50, 60 people there. Qualify as a nurse, haven't been fresh many years. Would it be possible to do a refresh course? Well, Darlene said you're not going to be able to be a nurse unless you get qualified in America. And being a nurse in South Africa, you're going to have probably, you're right, some refresher training because it's probably been too long. We do take nurses from South Africa. We've been pilfering South Africa's nurses for years, just like UK and Canada have. Yes, Loretta, I do need a holiday after this month. I need a break, but I don't have one. Saturday, I'll be broadcasting a game late in the afternoon, or early afternoon. And then Sunday, I have the interview with Thea. Crime, corruption, and competence. Okay, whoa, jumping ahead here. Just come back here. Okay. Shane, I have no problem saying yes, we as West Africans are under attack. Don't teach Professor G to swear in Afrikaans. I never did. Lindy, Colonel, just want to thank you for coming over to South Africa. It's a privilege and honor to meet you. Thank you for your innocence. By the way, Lindy reminded me we need to make like a loyalty card for meet and greets. I mean, Garrett Gillich, I think, leads that. He's got 7 total meet and greets, if I'm not mistaken. He's been 2. He's number 1. Koketso Razani's been, I think, to 4 or 5, although he hasn't been to recent ones. And then Lindy has been to 2 meet and greets, and so she would have 2 loyalty. I think maybe if you get like, if we put 20 on there, then you get like, I don't know, a free Coke. Anyway. All right. Going to Green Bay, Wisconsin next week to visit my brother. Okay. It's in the Vanderbilt Park meet and greet, Colonel. Thank you for making the time meet us. It was such an honor. Well, thank you, Jody. It was a pleasure to meet everyone there. They're getting clever, Chris, calling us agents from the U.S. Embassy in Pretoria. I rudely told her she's a scammer. Hang up and block the Pretoria number. Caroline, did you even apply? That's a question. So, yeah, I'm not sure what to tell you about that one, folks. That there are scammers out there. I saw advertisements for immigration specialists. You don't need immigration specialists. Ladies and gentlemen, listen to me very clearly. Understand the words coming out of my mouth. You need no lawyers. You need no police clearance. You need no consultants, no attorneys, no money. You pay nothing if you apply to the U.S. Refugee Program. You pay nothing for the medical screening. You pay nothing for the processing. You pay nothing for a visa. You pay nothing. Now, is that unclear to anybody? If it's unclear, I'll bring back baby Trump. I'll do it. I'll do it in a heartbeat. I know some of you aren't listening. So you know what? I'm going to have to bring back baby Trump. So for those of you tuned in late, you probably missed this, but here comes baby Trump. We're going to share baby Trump with you now. Baby Trump's going to tell you how it really is.
So now they're crying over toys. Toys made in China. They say tariffs will ruin Christmas. I say good. Maybe it's time your kids learn where things come from. Not everything shows up in a box with a smile. We gave China our factories. They gave us cheap junk. Now we take it back. And if a few kids miss out on plastic garbage this year, blame the deals you voted for. They say, I'm the problem. Really? You want to blame me for everything? Well, I'm not the one sitting on the sidelines complaining about life. You want change? You think the other guy can deliver? Give me a break. I'm the one who got things done. And trust me, you wouldn't want anyone else in charge. Good evening, America. Unless you're watching from California, then maybe not so good. Just kidding. Sort of, it's your favorite president, some say the best ever. And tonight, I've got a few things to say. So grab your popcorn, turn off the fake news, and let's talk about what's really going on. It's going to be good, really good.
Oh, the sound's off. What happened there? Sorry about that, folks. Sorry. I mean, I don't know what happened. I didn't touch the sound. Sorry. Sorry. Thanks. Super chats coming in. Yeah. So wow. Wow. I didn't touch that, and the sound is it's sabotage. Microsoft sabotaging me here. They turned off. I turned off my microphone. I didn't touch the keyboard, and the microphone was turned off. Wow. Thank you guys. Yeah. So I'm not coming to Gauteng. This trip is wrapping up now. You think I should stay a bit longer? I think I need to stay for a few days longer and take a vacation. Can I get my own job? Of course you can get your own job. What do you mean by that? Ultimate meet and greet with for us, Central Pennsylvania. Now, as I said, Central Pennsylvania, I will give you the address of where I used to live once I moved to Wyoming, so you can go there. Okay, why haven't say where we live? So what? What? I don't know what that question is. That doesn't make any sense. Oh dear God, Janine, yes, I do. Watch the videos. I know exactly what happens in the interviews, and I've talked about it endlessly. Hey Pete, how's it going, man? Charlie Kirk had a very accurate say. Oh yeah, suddenly all the American podcasts are experts. They suddenly know everything about South Africa. Bullshit. None of them know anything about South Africa. Just parroting what somebody told them. Thank you, Braun. Please tell people to go through the videos. You make it to 10. Make what to 10? Christian Vollman. How old is the program? Come on, guys. You're asking ridiculous questions. The program opened at 9 a.m. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It's been open for 80 hours. Nobody knows how long it takes them to respond. As far as I know, nobody's got a response yet. You guys swamped their server and sent stuff in. Nobody has an answer to that, man. Come on, that's unrealistic. That is unrealistic. Hope Trump puts Ron Pose in this. Well, we'll see. We will see. Well, Maze, the people that dox Thea on social media are criminals. It's a violation of South Africa's Poppy Act. It's a violation of international norms, and it's a violation of U.S. federal law. And the U.S. authorities, should they choose to, could issue a bench warrant for the arrest of the people who are responding behind it. And if you think that you're protected because you have an anonymous account on X, that's what a subpoena is for. U.S. authorities can subpoena Twitter's records, and they have a justifiable reason for your identity to be revealed, which hopefully Elon Musk is doing right now. And for those who've committed these criminal acts, endangering the safety of those who are refugees, good luck leaving this country and going somewhere else. You've committed crimes. Crimes that are crimes in the United States of America, not just in South Africa. And if you think the United States will take that lightly, the refugees have U.S. protection. These are people who have constitutional rights in the U.S. as residents of the United States. We protect their rights. And that's a right to privacy as well. You've committed a dangerous, dangerous act in your arrogance. Professor G, can you verify my statement that these are crimes? Those people enjoy the protections of the U.S. Constitution, and therefore your acts against them, exposing their identity and doxing them, violate federal law. And therefore, you may have put yourself in a bind. So I suggest you stop it. Think you're clever. Under 14 tomorrow at 10:20. Okay, thank you for that, Gunther. I'm turning my rand into dimes. That's funny, Michael. Instead of dollars. All Americans to protest upon unopposed arrival. I don't think anybody's going to protest. Nobody cares. Mark, the embassy's site is zausmbassy.gov. zausmbassy.gov. There you go. Wesley the cleric, Professor G, what did he say? It's so funny. Quanto loaded cards, Chris's lawn at a tent. No. Bugger off, bunny. There's Erica. What's going on, Erica? They're bringing the lions, the bulls, and sharks. Okay. Helena Solomon says, I wanted to do a second meet and greet. I was worried to be a stalker. It's okay. I've had several people come to more than one meet and greet. You're welcome to come as often as you like, folks. Easier for me to remember if I see you multiple times. Sean Nadir, welcome to you. Christian Vautman, how long does it take for the USA? Okay, I already answered that question. Baby's the boss. Yep. Okay, trying to catch up on the chat now, jumping ahead. Okay, Rebecca, you're welcome. $5,000 to get new passports. How many kids you have, Milk and Honey? Dude, what do you do on your evenings? Don't answer that question. Obviously, you keep busy. Anyway. Thank you guys for pointing out the sound. I can skip past all those messages now. Hey, Clarence Keene, what's going on? I don't think there'd be a bench warrant for Ramaphosa. There probably one for Malema, but not for Ramaphosa. Nobody knows how many applications submitted so far, except the tech people for the State Department. $1,200 per passport. That's not what a passport costs, Milk and Honey. A passport costs $600. Why are you paying $1,200 for a passport? But even $1,200 is only $60 US. Ours costs $180. Thundergun was great and took my mom with me to Centurion meet and greet. Enjoy the special. Hey, Steve. It's good to see you again there. Love the fact that South Africa will know what they're dealing with here in the USA. Yeah. Huh? Working hard, you can line up all the work you want ahead of time. Until you've got refugee status, there's not much point in giving it a shot unless you've got something online. 1,200 is a tourist passport. What else are you getting, Tech IQ? It's 600 for your first passport in South Africa. Yeah, you're wasting money buying a maxi passport. You don't need that. Lost passports, that's correct. 600 takes 3 to 4 days. Well, it depends, Van. Hey, Van, where you been, man? Usually I know Van's here because he gives like R1,000,000 super chat. So I missed him. You don't need extra page in your passport. Let's get 50 planes 24 hours a day straight. Okay. Andrews, love to meet you tonight. Okay, how are the prawns? Oh, they were good. Not as good as the prawn cocktail, though, that the prawn thief stole from me the other night. Yeah, that kind of sucked. But that's somebody had to eat it before it spoiled, so she's forgiven for now. Elise Honeycomb, did you see any hope for the rest of South Africa? Possible reverse? Yeah, I can reverse everything in this country overnight, but you got to put me in charge. You said that when filling out the application form that we can tick that we have a passport. No, I never said. No. Do not misquote me. I never said that. You said when filling the application that we can tick that we have a passport. I did not say that. I never said that. That's fake. You misunderstood or you're lying. Never said that. What have I told you? Never lie. Never lie. That's a lie. I never told anybody to do that. You hear what you want to hear. Not what I said. Not what I said. I said, if you want to express your statement of interest and you don't have a passport, do it. Do it as an express your state of interest. Asked about passports, you answer honestly, I do not have one. Which people assume, well, if you that, then they're not going to process your application. They know the system is broken. They're asking if you have the passport already. If you have a passport already, if you say you want to leave the next 90 days, then you could probably find yourself in the hopper for the next 90 days once they've done all the work. If you don't have a passport and you say you're going to be ready to leave in 90 days or 6 months or 9 months, they're not going to lose any sleep over that. They're still going to process you, expecting you'll get one. I never said that. No. Nope. MSC website says that given the volume of interest, individuals may not receive a response for extended period. Yeah, thank you, Miguel van der Westhuizen, but no one got a response, not even the first ones who submitted it. Question I see coming up a lot. Many aren't sure. I also want to need a death certificate for your parents. I don't know the answer to that, Renette Bernardo. Don't know the parents. I don't know why you need a death certificate for your parents. I don't know where this is coming from. People making up all kinds of bullshit. I don't know if that's true or not. I have a 10-year visa. Does it help? No. Nope. Sammy Joe, your visa has nothing to do with refugee status. Not a damn thing. It will make it easier to do an investigation on you because obviously they've probably looked into you a little bit in the past in order to grant you that 10-year visa before you came in for your appointment. But no. If you've lived in America, if you've got family in America, if you're a nuclear physicist, it does not matter. It's not about that. It's not about your visas. If you've been denied a visa in the past, it may not preclude you unless it was for a very serious reason. Papa B, hello to you. How are we? This is 10,000. There's no way I have the same. What's the current number? 888. We're not 1,000. I thought so. People disappeared. Okay. Neighbors attacked last night. Sorry. Okay. That's why Flam gave 10 memberships. That's what happened. Aya Ili Infinite. Do not type all caps in my messages or you'll be blocked. Only my moderator, Hendo, gets to do that. It's very distracting. I'm not answering your question because of that. Yes, you need them for everybody. Why do you think you just need them for children? Why in the world are people asking these questions? Why do you think you would only need unabridged birth certificates for children? Why wouldn't you need one? Are children different than adults in some way? No. If one needs it, all need it. Hell, how many damn memberships are being given out here? It's enough. Alert box is going off. Peter Louis Topslarue, did you know if you stand on a brick in the Northern Cape, you can see past? Ha ha. That's funny. Patch of snow, because I can tell you that many people have told me they had to pay $1,200 for renewal. So I don't know why you paid $740 or how you only paid $740, but I've talked to several people who renewed their passports and they paid 1,200 rand. Maybe the government officials are pocketing money. I don't know, but 1,200 sounds pretty consistent. Sorry for the part message. It's very expensive and very difficult to get firearms in the USA. I don't know what you mean by partial message, Ronald Harbin, but your statement is accurate. It's very difficult and expensive, but not impossible. I would recommend, unless it's a family heirloom, that you don't take it. Nobody's got a response. They're still going through the emails. Yeah. Well, not going through emails. They're going through the statements of interest. Francis Kruger says, I have a passport. My daughter and her family, husband, 3 children doesn't, and we cannot afford to get them passports. Well, Francis, I appreciate where you're coming from, but my empathy for this storyline has become quite thin. Quite thin. Not directed at you, but Mbour Makanplan. Passports cost almost nothing. And I don't want to hear that 600 Rand is a lot of money. It's not. $30. $30. And people are going to tell me I have no money. Then how are you subsisting now? Are you eating beetroot? Are you grinding up pine needles and making tea from that? There is something in your life that you don't need to do, and this is more important. For some people, that's smoking, cigarettes constantly, drinking Casa Lager. Again, not directed at you, Francis, but this comes up frequently, and I was very patient with this for a very long time. But quite frankly, if people are unwilling to stand on a street corner and beg for money to get a passport, if people are unwilling to search other neighbors, if people are unwilling to make a back-a-buddy campaign to get money, then it starts to become grating. I've heard the story dozens and dozens of times. If you want to go, you will find a way. You will find a way. Legally. Don't do anything illegal. Yeah, there are potentialities for the United States to help people that don't have passports, but you understand you have to go through South African immigration. They're not going to go anywhere without a passport. Theo John, you may have to write up an application process for all those asking, saying these dumb questions. Perhaps that would help step by step. Well, Theo John, when exactly am I supposed to do that, my friend? I appreciate the suggestion, but when am I supposed to do that? I'm working 15, 18 hours a day. I haven't slept since last night, and I've been working all day, and that's how it goes every day. I'm not complaining. I agree with you. It's a good idea, but it's going to have to wait until I'm in the States. You get 2 size passport books, 2 page 16. Yes, that makes sense, Ron Meinekes, but why somebody would get a 32-page one makes no sense whatsoever. Do you plan on traveling to dozens of countries? You can put like 8 or 10 stamps on every page. Get served people who will be needing unabridged birth. Well, Rebecca, that's a fair point. Sewing says, life's better in USA. I'm ex-South African, now a proud U.S. citizen. You will not regret the move, and your children will thank you. No kidding. What was my favorite South African meal? Well, tonight I had a Zinger burger from KFC. That was pretty good. Actually, my 2 best meals in the country were the Hussar Grill in Somerset West. The steak was, and then the prawn cocktail. The one I got to eat was fantastic. The one that the prawn thief took, I didn't get to enjoy. But yeah, it was pretty good. That was tops. And right up there close to it was the meal I had at the Foresters in Newlands when I went to the 6-1 Mech Battalion reunion. That was incredible. So those 2 meals stick out in my head. Charles says, Ansi, Wild Smart Trump, please listen to me. You will take me seriously later. Well, Charles, that's not really helpful. You didn't say anything. You sound like that cockprodder. I'm not picking on you, but that cockprodder who's talking shit about me. Well, the colonel, his meet and greet was rather disappointing, and I suppose he has viewers and people like that, and he's making a living from it. Not making a living. And if you're disappointed in my meet and greets, that's on you. But Charles, what exactly are you saying? The ANC will outsmart Trump. Please listen to me. Well, I can't listen to you, Charles, because you haven't said anything. The ANC is going to outsmart Trump. That's just a statement. It's not an explanation. So how exactly is the ANC going to outsmart Trump? You really think the ANC is smarter than Donald Trump? I got to see that. All right. U.S. is not looking for bums. If you can't get a passport, then how do you intend to survive? Exactly. Exactly. I mean, again, I'm not picking up people who say they don't have any money for passports, but I mean, guys, come on. Honestly. There are refugees in Utah. Are you, if any of the South Africans went? Oh, I'm not going to answer that question, Courtney. I know where many of the refugees went. I'm not going to answer because their safety is paramount, unless they wish to disclose it. Uh, you know the ANC owns KFC. No, I don't know that. Exactly. Well, I don't think that people who are complaining about not having money for passports have domestic help. I don't think that's an issue for them. Good night, Rebecca. When you live, what's this? You live abroad, you go for 30 page when otherwise the problem return. Yeah, Ron Mikey's, we're not talking about you. We're not talking about somebody who's traveling internationally. We're talking about people trying to get the fuck out of South Africa who've never had a passport, and God knows how old they are. I mean, they had a passport my entire life. They're getting their passport. They don't need 32 pages, and especially if they have no money. 600 Rand, $30. You get your 16-page passport. Do you know how many times it's going to be stamped? Twice. Depart South Africa, arrive United States, done and dusted. When are you going to use your passport in the next 5 years? You're not. Why do you need 32 pages? Sir, back when you're back home on soil, this matter is getting more Yeah, exactly. Is Russian, what is Russian and chips? Bite Me says, what did Bite Me say? Thanks, Colonel, for everything. Looking forward to the interview on Sunday, okay? They're eating the pop. The people that came in, they're eating the force, okay? Sound is not gone again, Sandy. It's there. It's there. Where the hell's mine? There it is. There it is. Yeah, that sound is there. Sometimes the ID got lost. It's not allowed to get a new ID without ID. You won't get a passport. I have no advice for that, Petra, other than to apply and state your case about it. That's my only advice. I can't control the South African government. AFC trader. Well, if y'all didn't fold up the frickin' stores at 5:30 every day, what is this, the frickin' 1950s? You live in a blue town? I mean, you can't buy anything in this town. Everything closes their doors like, traveling through the Karoo. Not a damn thing open. Not my fault there's nothing open to get food. Clarence Key, Chris, they should go and GoFundMe plenty of content. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying, Clarence. Do a GoFundMe. I mean, it's not people. What? I mean, I honestly look. I mean, I'm not picking on people, but honestly, seriously, folks, this isn't rocket science. You're on here. You got airtime. Go on Back a Buddy and make a Back a Buddy campaign. Ask for money. Carolyn, yes, I had a bit of the marble pudding. I left the rest for my host. I got distracted. Didn't have time to eat all. Thank you. I don't like marble pudding, but I ate it because you gave it to me. Thank you. Garrett? Baroness says, currently jobless, only have a part-time job. I have a passport. Stop making excuses. Okay, Connie Loves Pencils applied for a passport last week and picked it up Wednesday. Oh, last week, Wednesday, picked it up today. Congratulations. Dia Funstad, no, Sean didn't bribe because we got home so late. There wasn't time to bribe. So we didn't bribe. Guys, I've had enough bribes. It's okay. Bribe rookies, bribes, malva pudding, druvos. Look, I'm had enough, okay? Thanks. So there's no need for bribe tonight. We're good to go. But Dia, how's it going? Dia's up there in Irania. Okay, wishing a safe trip. Thank you, Rebecca. I thought you left. Okay. Fricky Theron, we had a tough time getting wife's birth certificate out of the state archive. The application was escalated twice before they got their act together. Yeah, no, it's crazy. Passport may not expire within 6 months of flying generally. I don't know if that's true, Helena, for refugee status. I doubt that it is. I seriously doubt that it applies in the case of refugee status. Because that affects the country you're coming into. Countries you're coming to generally expect to be 6 months long, which is ridiculous. What's the point of having a 10-year passport when the last 6 months don't count? Anthony's lost his faith in South Africa is called by a telemarketer company telling me if I want to get refugee status, I need to pay them, but I know better. Yeah, exactly. You pay nothing. Nothing, folks. Don't listen to this bullshit. They're just trying to scam you. Napoleon Dynamite, relax. You're like the Cassandra, the sky is falling. Trump is not going to betray you. All right, Bite Me says there was an interview about refugees in Utah. I didn't see it. Thank you. Yeah, Taco Bell Mexican food. Good luck with that. Banks are not issuing passports, Theo John. That's incorrect. That's fake news. Banks are a place you can arrange to get an appointment. You don't get issued. No, they don't issue passports. They don't do that. Nope. Gondis Killian, I have an awesome gift for you, a Springbok windbreaker. It's long with a hoodie with a lion logo forward and back. Sorry about that, Nanis. If you want to keep that for me, I'll be back. He's a very generous officer, Thomas. Very generous officer, Thomas. Chronicles Jackals, it's a shame that there's not more local media outlets supplying info. Well, they don't want you to go. They want you to suffer. Do you guys have a lot of scam and late help? Yeah, we have a lot of telemarketers in the U.S. It's illegal, but they do it. They use robo dials, and they float the number, keep changing it. Stockfell could work for getting money together for you. Okay. Debbie Fox, 350 Rand super chat. Thank you for that, Debbie. It's very kind of you. Banks can collect biometrics, yes, but they don't issue passports. Didn't say you couldn't collect your passport from the bank. I said they don't process them. There's a difference, folks. Listen to the words I'm saying. And Arctic says, if you can't figure out how to get a passport in South Africa, good luck figuring out your taxes in America. True statement. Ons gaan praai, says Blum. Clarence, good night to you. You're very welcome. Sammy says, I'll miss you, but you crazy bunch. How am I going to miss you? I'm going to still get dumb questions when I arrive in America. Nothing's going to change. And we get repeat questions too. And I'm going to get good questions. Willem Duckett, thank you. X-32nd Battalion guy. Wow, what a gentleman. Sorry to hear that, Garrett, that he's suffering. Good night, Dawn Fisher. Who else we got here? Bell B. And Yvette gave a gift, and Michelle Mayer got the gifted membership. Chris, have you ever had any interactions with Jesse Lee Peterson? I have not. Yeah, he does get under their knickers. He really drives us nuts. He's a black guy. Scared, worried about what the future holds. King the Trolls gave up tonight. Yeah, exactly. There are no trolls here tonight. They gave up. I just realized that. Thank you for pointing that out. The Hot Full Bikers are back. Or saying goodnight. You're welcome, Willem Lear. If I ever get to the States, I just want to meet you, okay? Why don't you meet me here? Historical parallel. Second Boer War. Afrikaners roll out of German. Never help this time. Don, we'll get it different. Bank branches have home affairs officers that do the passport and biometrics, but you apply online through home affairs and pay online. Okay. Thank you for that, Sunbanks. Okay. Yeah, they're getting moderated. Thank you very much, Rudy, for the thoughts on my trip. Reg Dodd says I'll get back to normal broadcast times. That's true. Good night, Chris Ehlers. I'll bet you're exhausted. Sorry to hear that. I think we're all exhausted, folks. Thanks for being our voice of reason. Yeah, BTW, I don't really want to term it that, okay? Okay, so let me do this, folks. Take a second here. Okay. So the bugger off bunny didn't get much attention tonight because nobody misbehaved. So I want to say thank you all very much for the hospitality, the friendship, the camaraderie, the good times, the sad times, and there were sad times, unfortunately, while I was here. Not for me, but for others. The laughs, the red cappuccinos, the other cappuccinos, all the moments. It's been an absolutely amazing, epic trip back to South Africa. And it's been a year since I've been here, which made it all the more special. And also, with all the stuff, the death threats, with the threats from a politician, all the things happening, I continued and persevered, and in no small measure because of your support and your enthusiasm for what I do. I remain quite humble. I've heard people repeatedly call me the Emily Hobhouse of the 21st century. If you don't know who she is, she's the English woman who pissed off the UK government, the UK military, because she exposed the concentration camps that were being used to exterminate Afrikaner women, children, and the elderly during the Anglo-Boer War. That is a compliment I can never even hope to imagine live up to. Thank you so much. And it wasn't one person, several people have been saying it. Thank you so much for that. Others said I'm a hero. I don't know about that. Others have said many things are very kind, and I thank you all for them. I remain the humble person that I grew up realizing that we all come out the same way, unless it's a C-section. And at some point we all leave this earth, whether we want to or not. If you treat others as you would like to be treated and you harm no one, you can leave this earth with a clear conscience. And that is how I've lived my life. And when my time comes, I will have no regrets because I have never harmed anybody intentionally, and I've treated all with due respect, unless they're hate wankers, and then they get moored. But that's what you should do and try to do in your life. Not everybody can do it. And I ask that you try to treat others as you would like to be treated. Do unto others as you would like done unto you. That has been my motto. I'm not original. That's what I learned as a kid growing up. And I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart for a heartwarming welcome. From the moment we had the first meet and greet at Strand, I was overwhelmed, gobsmacked is appropriate description of how it went. And all the way through, even to the small intimate meet and greets we did in Boat Revere and in Stanford the past 2 nights. And then today for the last night, 3 days in a row, I did meet and greets at the end of my tour. 65 people at Eimer in Somerset West was unbelievable. To the people I interviewed and gave me their time, like Dr. Corne Mulder and others, thank you from the bottom of my heart to share your time with me. To the 155 people that saw me somewhere in South Africa on the street and came up and had the courage to say, Colonel Wyatt, Chris, it's the Colonel. Thank you so much. It's very heartwarming to be recognized. I don't know how I did it, but somehow I've tripled the number of Afrikaners in South Africa because most of those people, well, not all were Afrikaners. We'll say 120 of them were Afrikaners. Charlize Theron tells me authoritatively there are only 44 Afrikaners. So with me having over 120 Afrikaners greet me on the street, maybe I need my vision checked. I do wear reading glasses now. Maybe I saw the same person 85 times, but I don't know. I saw at least 120 Afrikaners come up and welcome and see me. So thank you so much for that. It's just been epic. Thank you for the free zip line experience, even though I got 2 minutes and 18 seconds out of it. To the folks out there in Hermanus, thanks to all the lodges and all the people who hosted me, Sean and Ilza, as well as Justin and Erica, and of course Marilyn and Lindsay. I don't want to forget people. Of course John Tungay and his wife Paula, places I stayed with people throughout this trip. Thank you so much for that. to Avis, the rental car company. You guys hooked me up in Cape Town both times. You hooked me up in Durban. Thank you for that. Even hooked me up in Gauteng. But I'm going to tell you something. The vehicle you gave me is not an SUV. It's not even a lawnmower, but it was still nice. So thanks to everybody. I really appreciate it. It's been amazing. I'm not gone yet, and I will have more to say tomorrow. But let me see. We had a couple super chats. Thank goodness for normal times to watch the Colonel. Yeah, keep you up at late at night here, aren't I? Next time following you around South Africa, come back soon. See you on the rugby commentary. All right, Becker, we'll be back to the rugby. Yep, don't forget the pineapple pizza. Thank you for visiting our country once again. Thank you for all that you've done. Keep us hopeful. Some of us thought that no one was hearing our plea. Well, I've always heard your plea. All of you. Amanda says you're a hero. Thank you. It's very kind of you. May says, thank you, Colonel. We're so honored to have you here, and some of us have a nice selfie with you. Yeah, some of you, folks, we took over 1,500 photographs with people. A lot of people have photographs. Thank you, Caroline. Can you clarify what? Oh, dear gosh, no. Come on, Karen. Oh, goodness. Jules, yep, the Straunt was amazing. Thank you. All right. Blue Bunny Animation. Where did you send it, Creativeness? Where did you send it? You're our ambassador. We love you tons, and you're brave to speak the truth under difficult terms. Thank you, Amanda. You are our hero. Well, thank you. You guys are too kind. Gonna make me cry. Loretta, the hepatitis aftertaste treatment feeling even better than it did after the last treatment. If I had more time to spend here and get more treatment, I'd probably, be a lot better off. But it was good, and I'm grateful. Raven von Croy says you're here to many. You speak out for us and put us on the map. You're welcome. Thank you, Edward. I thank you all so much. I hope you will watch my videos when I get home, Sandra. One day, may my children learn about what happened in South African history books, and the books will have Colonel Wyatt's YouTube videos as references. Oh, my goodness. Thank you, Ellen. Okay. Guys, you're going to make me cry. Next time around, Mossel Bay is on the list for the next visit, as is Oranje, Nelspruit, Polokwane, Petersburg, and Bloemfontein are all on the roster for the next trip, which means the rest of you are going to miss out. Oh, my goodness. Okay. All right. That's going to do it. Light Rain. What's going on, man? Francois Diego, you are my family's hero. Thank you so much for the 140 Rand. Safe travels, says Shane Protector. Okay. Okay. Thank you all. Okay, and there's 40 Rand from Madeline. Night owls will change to early birds. No, it stays night owls. I just do a little bit earlier. Soldier fighting for us. Okay. You're very welcome. Thank you, Chris. I hope that you're wrong about that. I hope that if that's what you want, we can see you there. And Ronell, thank you, Ronell. Silver lining to our very dark clouds. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap up because I'm going to start crying. All right. Wait. Okay, there's no Hadidas here, so. Yes, I'll be in the States when I interview Thea. That's correct. Yep. How good is the housing? Oh my goodness. That's a silly question. I'm not going to answer that. If you need to ask how good the housing is, then you're not serious about this. People fleeing from Darfur don't care about how good the housing is. They just want to get the hell out of Dodge. People fleeing from Somalia to go to Kenya live in a camp, don't care what housing is available. They'll live in a rat-infested tenement in the south side of Chicago. If you're not willing to live under adverse circumstances, then you're not really serious about this. It's refugee status, not destination hunting. And you're not going to live poorly, trust me. But I mean, if that's your motivation for refugee, then you're barking up the wrong tree here. Anyway, Tom Hawk, thank you for the super chat. You're in Mossel Bay. Oh, okay. Sorry, Quentin. What's this about Polokwane? You're very welcome, Arno. No, it's okay, Mark. That's not, again, those comments are not directed to the person that asked the question. It's a question I see very often and so I'm rubbishing the question. There are people when this thing started like, oh, well, I want this. Well, if I don't get that, if you don't, what are you picking and choosing? No, you get what you get. All right. and it's all going to be good. Trust me. Okay, that's going to do it, folks. Wrap it up here. 1 hour, 30 minutes. Thank you so much for being here. Take care of yourselves, and I'll catch you later on. Have a good night. God bless, and thank you for your support for the channel. Cheers, and bye-bye.